And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor,
y'all can hear me through this controller?
Single unit.
Oh, this shit live.
NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we all know Ja Morant's a high flyer. He says,
so
my dad was pretty athletic when he
still got the league going on my team. I fairly drafted this team. Y'all can go back and watch. So I ain't cheated or nothing. Everybody had their chance to draft.
Get off the floor quicker, be more explosive,
my cousin drafted
a
team for Kobe. He wanted to draft one for the Warriors.
It certainly does.
He is a high flyer indeed. David, thank you.
No
and a look at the starters for the Hornets. Jackson is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Barry. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Duncan in at the 4.
Decent.
And for the Hawks, they've got Jason Tatum. Smith is out there with Jokic. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Iverson in at the point guard position. And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. 2 high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
Now here is Hardaway. Pass to Barry. Duncan with a screen on Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Barry. And he overshot that one, missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
The first free throw is good.
For the Hornets, they have the memory of 2 straight play-in game losses hanging over their heads. That's a tough way to end any season. It should be fuel and motivation for them.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Clark, do you think losing a play-in game 2 years in a row has a lasting effect?
Oh, I think it definitely does, Kevin. It has to leave a bad taste in your mouth. To come so close to being part of the playoffs like the Hornets have is tough to handle and swallow. But it also, on the flip side, can serve as great motivation.
Now, here's Jokic. Saw him with 10 points last game.
You know, when Jokic gets his hands on an offensive rebound, it's too late to try to stop him. He doesn't waste too many second chance opportunities.
Pass to Hardaway. And the 3 off target. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Tatum kicks to McGrady. McGrady against Jackson. Here's Jokic.
And you know, Embiid is a decorated defender, a guy who consistently brings energy on this end of the floor.
Here's Barry. Iverson covering. Hardaway, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Jackson can be very difficult when driving with force, making whatever moves he needs to beat the defense.
Outside Tatum. The Hawks again can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Another shot and the rejection.
Shot Smith on D. Shot Smith on D.
Here's McGrady. Atlanta again missing. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Magic. Jackson kicks to Hardaway. Here's Barry. Duncan with a screen on Iverson. Jackson has the open look. Off target from outside. The Hawks trail it. Iverson outside. The pass to Tatum. Jokic sets the screen for Tatum. Going inside. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Hornets with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Iverson against Hardaway. Over Iverson. Rebound by Smith. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Iverson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte.
Turn the action up. Exploring a little.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here is Harper. Pass to Smits. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
A true combo guard. Harper provides defense and scoring. And he can pass, too. He does it all.
Now here's Morant. Passes it to Adebayo. He kicks it to Thompson. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. The shot, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
And here's Middleton following Draymond Green's three. Pass to Thompson. Here's the three. And it's Smith with the rebound. Hornets leading by 5. DeRozan passes to Harper. And he banks in the layup.
Great concentration from Harper to knock it down. Through some contact, too.
Morant outside. Here's Thompson. And that time, also a missed shot. And so it's Charlotte bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And Morant's got the ball here for Atlanta. They trail by 7. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Ja Morant, he's out there with Tracy McGrady. Then it's Smith. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the Hawks 5. First one falls for him. Mark, just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree, unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
And McGrady drops them both.
Boy, McGrady, an elite talent. I mean, a remarkable athlete, tremendous bounce and speed and strength, and he continues to get better.
Duncan with the screen on Middleton. Lets it go from 14. The Hawks trail by 5. Jokic with it. Kicks to McGrady. Jokic a screen. The shot by McGrady, no good. Well, the Hornets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. DeRozan against Middleton. And the pass to Green. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. DeRozan's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And that one's good. McGrady.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside.
And DeRozan kicks to Green. Duncan with a screen on Middleton. DeRozan finds Duncan. A fadeaway. It's hauled in by McGrady.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Iverson against Harper. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Iverson.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now, here's DeRozan. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. A special move before the shot. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league, he was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
And Jokic gets it to go.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Now, here's DeRozan. To the paint. Here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
DeRozan sizing up the situation and making the right read. That's basketball savvy. We call that hoops sense.
Smith with a screen on Harper. From deep, Iverson. Hornets with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Hardaway passes to DeRozan. Hardaway sets a screen for DeRozan. From the top of the key, it's hauled in by McGrady.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Green with a screen for DeRozan. Over McGrady. They get the rebound. And it's Green with the jam.
Boy, throwing himself on the offensive glass and being rewarded for it, that's the energy that Draymond Green brings.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Jason Tatum on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Morant outside. Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. All the way up top, guarded by Morant. Outside Hardaway. Embiid with a screen on Morant. Here's Barry. And they recover it. Embiid kicks to Jackson. Rebound by the Hawks. Morant outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Morant with the steal. In the corner, Tatum with it. Morant looking around. The deep 3 from Thompson. From beyond the arc and then some.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The 3 from Tatum. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, a focal point for Tatum early on, increase the consistency from deep. And he's done that with a lot of lab work.
Hardaway for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets ahead, leading by just 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
This game is close right now. They have a big advantage with the bench. I mean, if their reserves can keep this up and this kind of level of scoring, Shaq, it's going to be hard to beat them.
And if you're the starters, you get paid like starters. Don't let the bench guys outshine you.
No, it's a team effort. Everybody's one unit. Don't look at it starters, bench. It's us against them.
And now we can turn our attention forward. Let's take a look at what lies ahead on the schedule.
And for that game against the Pistons, Clash of the Titans. Going against the best team in the NBA. You have to minimize your turnovers, take good shots, and make big plays and big shots. That's a lot to ask, but that's what it's going to take.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. They've got Embiid. Hardaway is out there with Jackson. And it's Duncan. And it's Barry in at the small forward. Now here's Tatum. Missed inside.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Duncan, and Duncan throws it down hard.
Yeah, we all know Rick Barry can create for himself, but we get to see there what kind of passing skills he also possesses. What a sensational feat.
And here's Tatum for three. No good on that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. Iverson against Hardaway. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
The Hornets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the Hornets making a change here. Harper's checked in.
The physicality of Embiid, unmatched really, yet he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
Now, here is McGrady.
Big time.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here is Harper, leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Duncan. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Duncan's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here is Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Barry. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And it's a 9-point Hornets lead. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Jackson against McGrady. Jackson kicks to Harper. Duncan with the bounce pass. Here's Embiid, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
You know, we see Embiid operate a lot from the perimeter, but he is clearly at his best owning the paint.
Now, here is McGrady. He has 7, and the 3 ball is good. McGrady's got 10.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
And the Hornets call time here. Charlotte making a switch here. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Hawks second.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Harper up top, guarded by Morant. Here's DeRozan. And again, the Hornets missing. The Hawks trail by 8. Morant outside. There's the dish to Jackson. Middleton for 3. Out to Morant. Passes to Jackson. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. And it's Morant missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Middleton looking it over. Whiteside finds Morant. The Hawks working the ball around. Hardaway's checked in for Charlotte. .107 left here in the third quarter. Morant passes to Jackson. Shot.
If you do, hit that subscribe button. Let's hop straight into it, and let's get this shit crack. Turn me up. Yep. Shut up, bitch.
Clock at 5. The shot by Thompson, no good. Hornets leading by 8. Outside, Green. Hardaway for 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That's on Jaren Jackson for the Hawks. Bam Adebayo comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Serge Ibaka sub in for Jackson. And last season, Bam Adebayo said it was disrespectful that he wasn't named a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, no arguing here. He's definitely an elite defender. Second team all defense, 3 years running. Great toughness and versatility.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. And there's the call by the official. They'll cop the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Smith checked in for Chris Middleton. Now, here's Thompson. Smith the pass to Thompson. Here's Morant. Kept alive by Atlanta. Ibaka can't nail the jumper. Outside, Green. Pass to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
And so it's Charlotte. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Iverson. Tatum out there with Smith. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from McGrady.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Now here's Embiid. Duncan with the screen on Tatum. Tatum against DeRozan. Tries the spin move. And they double up DeRozan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. Barry's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. On baseline, Jay. Smith with the defensive effort.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Tatum gets the bucket.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
On the wing, Tracy McGrady, guarded by Jackson.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Now here's Duncan over Smith, and the Hornets miss again.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And here's Jokic outside, and the rebound goes to Duncan. Hornets leading by 4. Let's a floater go, and it's sent back by Jokic. The pass to Smith, and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter. In those exchanges.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And the Hornets call time here.
I ain't gonna lie.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He was very fired up. He said, look, this is going to be a big win for us. We close this out, and we'll show the rest of the league who we are.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Barry. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective.
And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Jackson finds Hardaway. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. McGrady passes to Jokic. Now here is McGrady. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now Hardaway following the three-point attempt by Jokic. And the rejection by Smith. Iverson kicks to Jokic. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it goes down 2 points.
You know, Rick Barry is excellent at getting all the way inside. He's deceptively quick and uses that quickness and athleticism to finish at the cup.
McGrady shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Embiid. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. Charlotte making a switch here. Green.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $100.
He's checked in, and he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Hardaway against Tatum. Feeds to Embiid. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hornets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Joel Embiid.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Outside Hardaway. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.